Great. There's a good one to start the day with. Hey guys, welcome to this week's show. Today we're doing bass, and these little waves are. What I really want to talk about is being versatile for bass. It's almost the end of June now, and everything's kind of scattered around. You really got to be versatile to catch these fish consistently throughout the day. So what I'm doing right now is I'm starting with a tube jig, and we're just fishing dock sections here. That's where this guy was sitting right underneath the dock, just chilling out. It's hot out, water temp 72.6 right here, just about peaked out for the lake. So these fish have been up under the docks all day. It's been really hot out all day. The sun's been beating down. But I want to get the versatile part across, because you got to be willing to move and change and pick different locations. So we're going to get this guy back, and we're going to get back out there and get another one. Well, we're going to our next spot. I want to show you guys what I'm using here today a little bit. This is a simple Texas rig. Because I'm trying to fish a little bit faster, I put a 1/2 ounce bullet sinker on. You need the bullet sinker. It's going to help you get through the weeds a little better. It's going to help catch a lot less weeds and debris in that. And then we just got plain old Gamakatsu worm hook here. This is 2-aught, and this is basically the only size you really need. You can fish worms off it, tubes, salamanders, any kind of plastics you got. But today I'm just using a 4-inch rattling tube. Color's been green or smoke color. And these are really easy to hook up to keep them weedless. So basically you just come right through the top, and you want to come in about 1/4 inch. You go up past your hook bend, so that it kind of sits off the side like that. And you can match it up like this. So now it comes through right there. Come all the way through the bait, and then you just poke just the tip of the hook right back in it. And I like to leave them like this. There's a little bit of curve in that, because when you leave a little bit of a curve, when you pop it, the tube will hook around like that and then fall back down. Hook around and fall back down. And a lot of times that can be the difference. You know, you leave them straight, it's up, down, it's straight action. There's nothing really different about it. So there's a tip on just rigging up and what we're using today to find these bass up shallow. That's a little guy. It's just a little guy, but it still goes along with my point to being versatile and kind of watching when you're casting and really pinpoint good structures like this when it's kind of few and far between on fish. And I could be casting shorelines with spinner baits and fast moving baits, but the fish that we have caught have been kind of neutral and negative, not really wanting to bite. So I'm going with this tube jig. It's a slow but fast presentation, because I can just pitch it in certain high percentage spots that I believe there's going to be a fish sitting in. Work it for a few pumps back, reel it back to the boat, and go to the next one. And when you want to really put your odds in your favor when you're doing this, if you look down this shoreline, I've got 50-60 docks down this shoreline. So it's not just one dock here, one dock there. So you want to look for that. That's going to up your odds. And the bottom I'm looking for is something with some kind of weeds and sand mixed in, cabbage pretty much. We're in 5 feet of water, we're casting up into 3 or 4 feet, but you just want to keep your eye out for those high percentage spots. Any kind of boat lift, cast a shadow over the side, that'd be a good spot. Underneath docks, fallen trees, fallen timber, patches of weeds. So you're kind of just spot fishing, you're not really just casting for active fish. You're looking for those fish that are just sitting in one little area. Just a little guy. Well, we changed locations here. Let's do small. But you know what? It's been a tough day. There hasn't been much biting, and we're still catching fish. So that's the key thing there, because you if you want to consistently catch these fish, you got to be able to change and try different things. You know what, they may not be the biggest, but they're fish. There's probably a lot of other guys out here that aren't catching nothing. But that just proves the point that you got to fish these key spots. You're not gonna, I mean, I'm pitching right underneath these docks, lifts, and that's where they're sitting. They're just negative, they're neutral. You can go and you can cast spinnerbaits and you won't even find a fish to save your life. So just try slowing down sometimes when fishing gets really tough. And you know what, little ones are always better than nothing. Better. A little better. All right. And fishing gets tough like it's been, you got to really slow down and fish those key spots with slow moving lures. Pitch them in those the tight little quarters under docks, under tree limbs. And that's where those fish are going to be hiding. Like I said, you know, smaller fish are better than no fish. I mean, I had a fun day even though we didn't catch much. But that's nice fish to end the day with. Not a big one, but he's going to get big. He's trying. So like I said, when it gets tough, just slow down. Fish those key spots, and you guys will have a good day on the water. We'll see you next week.